This is Thursday Thoughts for March the 5th, 2026 here on Following Him, the Disciple Life. The church is a disciple group. This sometimes is a lost concept. And when I say sometimes, I mean much of the time. It's a very lost concept. In fact, for some, it is an all the time thing. We think about a church and we kind of think about a worship club almost, like a religious group, and the church is supposed to worship, and yes, it's religious. Christianity, well, it is a relationship. It is a religion too. Sometimes people have a very narrow definition of religion that they'll use to try to say Christianity is not a religion, but no, it's a religion. Or maybe they'll talk about, it's their church family. And yes, it's family. Brothers and sisters. But these brothers and sisters in Christ are all disciples. There in Matthew 28, with one of the Great Commission teachings, and I say one of the Great Commission teachings because he kind of gave them in stages. These are the teachings he gave when they met him in Galilee to receive some further instruction from him. And then we also have Great Commission teachings given right before he ascended to his Father a little while later. But there in Matthew 28, his disciples, they are told to make more of themselves, of all the nations, making disciples of all the nations. Well, they are disciples, and they have just spent a few days walking to Galilee from Jerusalem. And now they're being told, make more of you. And, the journey itself would be a reminder that this discipleship thing, there is effort involved. The basic meaning of the word is a learner. So when we talk about it being a disciple group, that it's a disciple group, we're saying that it's a learner group. It is a group of people that are supposed to be learning. Now, we think a learner or a student, don't think the modern day sense that you have a couple hours in a classroom a week, or maybe a few hours in a classroom a week, and then you have nothing to do with the teacher later on. No. Christ is our teacher through his word. Disciples back then, they were not just a couple hours with their teacher. They were spending great amounts of time with him, not just learning information from him, but watching him to become just like him. The rabbi was an example of what they wanted to be. The Christ is our example of what we are supposed to be. The church is a disciple group. It's not just a group of worshipers. And as eternally important as salvation is, it's not just a group of saved people. Now, I feel weird using the phrase "not just a" with the concept of saved people, but understand it doesn't just start and stop when one is initially saved. That's the beginning of a journey, of a process. The church is a group of disciples. Learning should be a major part of what is happening with the church, which of course means teaching, people growing in knowledge when they want it surface all the time. When a church rejects the idea of in-depth teaching, maybe more difficult things, that's a problem, because a church is a disciple group. You have a good rest of the day, and shalom.